So this particular fly, this wet fly, this is kind of a precursor to a blob, believe it or not. It's a pulling fly, and it was designed by a really well-known competition analyst, disappeared for fly fishing. Well, not fly fishing, but certainly competition fishing. And that's a guy called Chris Ogborne for the Southwest. Very good fisherman. This is one of his go-to pulling flies, and I think the reason for that is it's got the bulk and heft of a blob. He'll hate me saying that, but there you go. It's very similar in a lot of its characteristics, but this one will work well for wild fish as well, but predominantly a rainbow trout fly. Let's go ahead and tie him. This is Ogborne's Fancy. So I'm going to start with a size 10 Kamzan B175 in the vise. And the thread of choice is a black uni thread 80. So just quickly coming down to near where the barb is, just next to where the barb is, I've got some BLOB number 5, and we've got to fold this, so I've got 8. So there's one length, fold it, that's 2 lengths, fold it, that's 4 lengths, fold it again, that's 8. So I've got 8 lengths here. Keep everything even, tie it on near the eye and wind down. You want a decent length of tail in this, so it's got to come out quite a bit beyond the hook. So if you basically imagine the body length, that's how long you want the tail. Where is this bit? So always, when I put a floss tag in, I always give it a wee wipe down, otherwise the fibres never sit right. They kind of sit, there you go, that's better. It's a proper floss tag now. So the next thing I've got is we're going to ribbon this fly is some gold oval tinsel. Good old fashioned stuff this. I'm going to catch that in on your side of the hook shank. I'm going to wind up through a feather. Now, one of the tough bits with old flies is getting the right mix. However, this really does it for me. So this is Davy Watton's SLF. If you can see that, and the colour I'm looking for is burnt orange. There's a fiery brown that's really good as well, but this burnt orange is the colour. And it's a really good dubbing to work with as well. So we just got to take that, wind on a dubbing rope, and get that up the body. A little pinch more, I think. Right, so we've got to wind this up the body. A decent amount dubbed on. Decent amount. Give myself a little bit of space behind the eye. Probably about there-ish. Now, what I always do with a dubbing is I like to pull the fibres out just to give the fly some heft, bit of bulk. There you go. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm going to go with a cock hackle. Just make sure I've got one the right length here. Because I need to get enough turns down the body. So there we go. It's not it's just a cheap Chinese cock hackle, so you've got some colour in it. But most of this is going to be hidden under the fly, under the main hackle. Stick a little whip finish in there. Oh, do you know what I've not done? You silly boy, let me see if I can get this feather out. I will if I can do this. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. What I'll do is trim him away there. So in with my, I've actually got the thing on the desk. I thought I'd forgot it, but I'm going on the desk, so panic over. Taking the hackle, we're going to wind, make sure it sits the right way. 1, 2, 3, keeping it the right way, 4, and up on my 5th I'm going to lock in with the tinsel. Probably pulled a little bit too much out of there. See what that's like. Got it. So coming up through the hackle, keeping your spacings nice and even. We'll tidy that up. Trim your little tag end here. A few more wraps, and then trim away your oval tinsel rib. Looks great on my side. Does it look so good on your side? Let's tidy that a second. Now you'll see I've left myself a bit of space here. Looks better. You can see that burnt orange coming through there, it's perfect. So now I've got a cheap hen cape, and it's a really soft gingery colour, perfect for this fly, and I want it quite big. So there you go, there's a big feather, and that's going to be my head hackle. I'm only got to get a few turns, and all I'm going to do is pull the fibres away from the tips and give myself a little stub end to work with. Like so. Catch that in. Pull my feather back and out the way to the front. A little whip finish there. Then in my hackle pliers, and I'll get probably 2, maybe 3 wraps before the stem's just a bit too thick for my liking. You want to keep the head nice and neat. There's 1 full turn, 2 full turns. I'm going to get 1 more. Make sure you've stroked all the feather fibres back. 1 more and lock off. With my scissors, just snip that off there. Tighten up on my thread, see that gingery hackle, and then just pull all your fibres back to tidy the head area up. This is why you don't want to leave the main stem of the feather, otherwise you get far too big a head. There he is. A little whip finish. And that's your Ogborne's Fancy, named after its inventor, Chris Ogborne. The last thing I'm going to do, I can see that working pretty much everywhere there's wild brownies as well, is a little bit of varnish just around the head, just to finish the fly off. And there you go. That's Ogborne's Fancy, a great wet fly, a great pulling fly, and it's one that's going to work well for both rainbows and brownies. I really hope you enjoyed that, folks. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. There's plenty more fly tying and fly fishing videos in there. Take care, and bye bye.